Putin with strong words for the West, threatening nuclear war if provoked. The Russian president making the remarks in his annual parliamentary address, where he also justified his country's invasion of Ukraine, a war that has continued for more than 2 years. Putin's comments on nuclear threats come after the president of France, Emmanuel Macron, said sending NATO troops in to help defend Ukraine, quote, is not off the table. NewsNation's Robert Sherman joins us live from Tel Aviv. Robert, President Putin blaming the West for trying to drag Russia into an arms race.
Yeah, most certainly trying to paint his country as being the victim in all of this. This speech went in a few different levels here, Nick, and you did a very good job of laying it out. On the first hand, we're now 2 years into the war between Russia and Ukraine, and with the presidential elections coming up next month, the Russian president trying to justify Russia's involvement in Ukraine, despite the fact that tens of thousands of troops have died, according to a declassified estimate from the U.S. That was one aspect here. There's also the elephant in the room. It's no mystery that Russia and the West have been at odds, and relations between the two are at their lowest that they've been in decades. Russian President Vladimir Putin trying to paint Russia as the victim, saying that he has no intention of invading Europe. But there was that moment earlier this week in which French President Emmanuel Macron said it was not off the table that NATO troops could be put on the ground in Ukraine. Most other European leaders distanced themselves from those comments, saying that they were not on board with that. But President Putin coming out issuing this stern warning as a result.
We also have weapons. They know about this. As I just said, we also have a weapon that can hit targets on their territory. And they should understand that what they are doing now, trying to scare the whole world, it does risk a conflict with nuclear weapons, which means the destruction of civilization. Don't they understand this, or what?
And then there's what was not said. Alexei Navalny, the opposition leader, his death, Russian President Vladimir Putin not mentioning that in any context whatsoever. With those elections taking place next month, Nick, it is anticipated that Russian President Vladimir Putin will easily cruise to a 5th term as Russia's president. Nick?
5th term as Russia's president, and the people of Russia are caught in the middle of all of this. Robert, thank you so much.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.